it's Morgan Yates, and today I am here looking through my childhood journals, my old embarrassing pictures of myself. Basically everything from my childhood. I was unpacking everything and just going through a bunch of my stuff and came across this huge bag. I just think there are some funny little gems here and there. So I hope that just taking a walk down memory lane will be enjoyable for all of us. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe and give this a thumbs up. And yeah, comment below your embarrassing things from your childhood, or if you thought anything in this was funny. And if none of it was amusing, then just give it a big thumbs down and I'll never do this again. So first of all, where to begin? This is just a fun fact. I used to knit. So I made a very beautiful scarf. By made, I mean I am still making. This isn't finished yet. We've only got about this much, but if any of you guys want it, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of demand. You know, comment down below, I'll enter you in a raffle. Okay, so now we're getting into the actual good stuff. In this green folder, we find none other than what is probably the biggest accomplishment of my childhood, and that is starting what I named the MILEY Tribune. Yes, it is what it sounds like. A newspaper? I don't know if that's the right word. Newsletter. I emailed it out to a subscriber list of 7, 3 of whom were my family members, a couple were my neighbors. I don't know where I got the last one from. But basically, it was a Miley Cyrus fan club newsletter. So, different things that came in the MILEY Tribune. First, we had a Miley Cyrus picture poll every week. So, just different pics of Miley. I don't think you'd recognize her today. But basically, I would just hand these out, you know, people on the street, in the mall. I'm just kidding. Pretty much only my family would vote on these. Oh, we also had, crap, I don't think I found this, but we had a family newspaper called the Yates Gazette or something like that. We would have polls, we would have like fun facts about us. Anyway, so we had picture polls, and then like in the next edition we would include the results, so that was a really good way to engage with our subscribers. So here's what the MILEY Tribune looked like. We just have a photo, Miley's contact info. Oh, I found her Hotmail account apparently. I'm sure that was legitimate. And then we'd give some updates on Miley's life, you know, a big insider scoop. This says, Miley recently performed at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon in Orlando, Florida. She sang her new song, I've Got Nerve. I was so scared I was gonna forget the words. Miley told Sterling from Disney 365. I feel like I made that up. I feel like that wasn't even a real quote. Oh, and then we got a Miley shout out. I featured myself because, you know, selfless. Hey Miley, I love your show. I'm such a big fan. I think you're so cool. I hope I get to meet you someday. Yeah, and then we had 7 subscribers. I've never heard of one of these people before, so that's very interesting as to how they made it in. There's too much that's dedicated towards Miley fan club, so I'm gonna move on in just a second. But I also had a biography about her. I don't know where I got this information. Her favorite time of the day is 1 p.m. Next, let's go for Morgan's sketchbook, one of like 85. Trust me, we won't be going through all of them. All right, this is from 6th grade. We had sketchbook assignments and it would be like 3 words and you had to draw a picture around them. So one of them was called A Starry Night. So I drew what appears to be your average mobile home with a dog out front and a mailbox. The address was 83. And the 2 digits, don't find those every day. This is good, it's a self-portrait. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really see the similarity. So I'm wearing my nice navy polo that I had to wear to school. My hair was apparently thinned out a lot more than it is now, so I'm really glad that came back. Oh, I drew some iPod Nanos. The songs I have written up here are This Time by JoJo, Red High Heels by Kelly Pickler, and Fergalicious by none other than Fergie herself. That's about it for this sketchbook. That was underwhelming. Oh, I was very obsessed with Paramore, so all throughout this whole thing you see Paramore written everywhere. You guys made a video. I like used to check those MTV casting calls all the time when I was like 14, and I created one that was like MTV Ultimate Fan, whatever. I don't even know if they ended up making it, but I got like the 2nd round and I had to like make a video answering all these questions. Oh. Need I say more about my Paramore obsession? Because here they are. Also, this is a good reflection of the state of America, if I do say so myself. More graffiti. This was my like punk phase, if we could call it that. It wasn't really. It says pray. Now we're gonna jump into one of my journals. This was mine from 2004, so I was 9. Oh, I've read this one recently. This is when I was very into adjectives. Let me just read some of this. Dear diary, today I met insert name. She is so double underline cool. I went to shoot some goals with her on her new basketball goal. Apparently was not very good at sports terminology. Here's where it gets good. She has 2 older, wacky, boasting brothers. Meredith has a stomach bug that she caught on Thursday. Big transition. We don't know where she caught it. It could be school, church, the mall, who knows? I had been at Chick-fil-A in the very most positively perfect mall. We had these red handouts that we gave to people. No idea what kind of cult I was roped into as a child. Oh, this was when I was in a play. I think we were advertising the play. It makes more sense now. This makes more sense. Oh, this was, I had a password journal. If any of you guys remember those where you pushed it and had to say the password and open it. So defective, honestly, like don't buy those for your kids. Inside, you know, it had the little journal thing there and you can write in it and lock it up. So very first page at the top here before we get into like some astrology stuff or whatever that is. It says, "Hi Madison, stop spying." My sister used to try to get into this. Moving on, we have the Junie B. Jones Top Secret Personal Beeswax Journal. My eyes are hazel, but blue in the sun. My eyes were never hazel at all. This was my self-portrait. I'm really glad that self-portraits aren't like prophesying for what you're gonna look like down the line, because this is just really unfortunate and my legs face 2 different directions. My mother's name is Dana, but I wish it was Layla because that's a lot prettier. So this is like the page on family. If I were the boss at my house, number 1, I would eat junk food all the time. I did anyway, every time my parents left the house. And I would jump on the bed. Heck freaking yeah, Morgan, go crazy. 3 rules I would change. I would get dessert every night, and if I ran out of candy, my maid will go immediately to the candy shop to get me more. Another rule I would change. If I could be princess, I would get to buy anything in the world and my maid would pay for it. Something about the like socioeconomic like ranks of these occupations isn't adding up. Alright, now I have a page on my fun friends. This is definitely in 2nd grade. It says, I like my friends because, and I said, they are always there for me. Like, what TV show did I watch that I like got that from? Because, I don't know, we just played on the playground, you know? Like, I make it sound like I had some deep, like, internal struggle and my friends were always there. My least favorite thing about school is silent reading, parentheses, boring, 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 and did I mention boring? I was so dramatic. If I ruled the school, hands down, favorite page in the book. Are you ready? My new name would be Morgan's the Boss, so shut up. Whenever I walked down the hall, everyone would have to bow and say hi and give me beads. I was really into making jewelry at the time. 4 new school rules I would make. You can run down the hall as long as you don't run into my throne. I was a very, very conceited child. Next, who remembers these? Anyone at all? So I had a million copies of these. I tried to draw a bunch of them, but faces weren't my thing apparently. All right, next we have, oh crap, my sister's home and I'm filming in her room. Next we have the Friends 411 Lisa Frank Journal. Hip hobbies, first page. I love to collect seashells. This is what I have in my collection. Seashells. That's like one of those things you see on BuzzFeed. She's gonna walk in. Welcome. This is my sister Madison. Oh. I've been telling some stories about you though. Oh gosh. Like yeah, what? Like from the password journal. And it says, now we're moving on to the family tree page. My ancestors came from these countries. I wrote North Carolina. Describe what you like best about your family. Kind, sharing, cares for me, pays for my life. Shopping, a page on shopping. My favorite places to shop. Everywhere except Lowe's Hardware. Best mall I've ever been to. Belk. What's your fashion style? There were a lot of options. I didn't check them. I filled in other and wrote popular girl. If I could change my room, I would change it to a man chain. It's supposed to say mansion. Traveling girl, that's the title of this page. This is how many states I've seen. North Carolina, South Carolina, and China. Okay. It always kills me. Alright, it's not that funny, Morgan. I've never been to China though. Places I've traveled to. Beach, Las Vegas, and China. I also hadn't been to Vegas. Best vacation was summer vacation. Worst vacation was China. Like, I was seriously like a pathological liar. Funniest movie was 101 Dalmatians. That's the worst movie. Oh, entertainment page. My favorite website is Microsoft Word. Favorite chat room. This went right over my head and I wrote den, parentheses, living room. Use this space to write your own song. Here's mine. I just feel one day when I gloanin', I never say goodbye. You're such a good mother. I don't feel that I sigh. I come right home and leave my family. I just feel like I'm me. Oh, this is awful because that's what I actually looked like. That's a like actual photo of myself. I don't know what, like, my hair is slicked back.
How much much makeup are you wearing, or did you add
Madison, I drew that on there. Are you kidding me? I drew a floor plan for a college. You can't really see. Oh, and I had a budget. Somehow we were gonna do all that with $10,866,000. Just a good bottle of Heinz tomato ketchup. Oh, I drew Beyonce. I don't even think I knew who she was. I remember being like, who is this? Picture of Tonks the Clown, apparently. I drew a picture, wow, this was savage, Morgan. A picture of Miss South Carolina, like the sash says Miss South Carolina. We have a speech bubble off to the side and it says, I personally believe that US Americans and such as do not have maps. Therefore, we should help the education in the Iraq.
That was the funniest video.
Alright, so that is it for this video. If you guys got even a slight chuckle out of it, please subscribe and give a thumbs up and comment and just let me know what you thought or what funny things you did as a child. I would love to hear them. And I'm gonna have all of my social media links in the description box so you can follow me everywhere. And that is about it. So I will see you guys next Saturday.